You know, it's important to stress that mining sites are the entire area of land upon which mining operations take place. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Mr. Dele Alake, has unveiled mine marshals, I should say, whose major assignment would be to secure mining sites nationwide so as to prevent illegal mining activities. There's an initial 2,200 member mine marshals as we speak. The task of unsettling illegal miners is never going to be an easy one. After all, the uncertainty that comes with change is frightening, but then it happens incrementally, Emeka.
Yes, it's a good, it's a good initiative. My only hope is that the mine marshals will not become a part of the problem. That's my hope.
Or hampered by?
I mean, becoming a part of the problem. Because these are security agents. You know how many states have set up special task forces on petroleum products, on petroleum diversion, on oil theft and all of that. But what happened? At the end of the day, many of these task forces even became worse than the problem they were set up to tackle. So the thing is that, yes, I commend the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Mr. Dele Alake, and his Interior Ministry counterpart, Mr. Olubunmi Ojo. I mean, if you ask a lot of Nigerians, you hear they say that Ojo seems to be the minister who is actually doing things, you know, striking the right notes. Well, lucky, good for him. Now, the point is that they must do a lot in terms of controlling, monitoring, controlling these people. Because you see, solid minerals are actually a veritable source of revenue for the nation. To allow illegal miners move about, you know, pillage the nation's mineral resources is not a good idea. They must be put in check. The nation must be able to get revenue due to it as of right. So I think it is good, it's a welcome development, and I hope that they will also deploy technology. They will not depend only on manual securing of the mining sites, but will also deploy necessary important technology to help to ensure that these things are brought to the barest minimum.
Jide, one word on the mouth of so many interested parties here is that of empowering states to exploit minerals in their domain, you know, to advantage. I must not fail to mention bitumen, for instance. Ondo State, we understand, would have the second largest deposit of bitumen in the whole world, but cannot exploit, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, well, that's a discussion for another day. The mineral resources are on the exclusive list, but what we see is foreigners, especially the Chinese, coming into our country to steal our mineral resources.
At will.
Something has got to be done about that. There is a documentary that the TVC News crew went to Osun State to do. Because 3 local governments in Osun State are very rich in gold deposits. But the Chinese,
they are there,
taking advantage of greedy and compromised traditional rulers, continue to mine gold illegally in Osun State. They've caused serious ecological and environmental problems. Because unlike Zamfara, where you could actually pick gold on the surface of the soil, in Osun you have to dig in some places up to 80 meters, 100 meters before you strike gold. And these guys are digging everywhere, creating lakes upon lakes, and leaving those communities worse off.
Yeah.
In fact, their thugs made attempts to beat up our crew when they went to do that story.
I mean, the miners thugs.
Yes, the Chinese,
yeah,
the Chinese hired thugs.
Yes.
They hired Nigerians as thugs who ran after our people with the intention of getting hold of them and beating them up for going to expose the nonsense that was happening there. So, and you go to Nasarawa State, foreigners are mining our natural resources. Our country is blessed. In Zamfara there, as I said earlier, you don't need to dig. Zamfara is richer than Osun State in gold. You don't need to dig that far. There was a time it rained and the rainwater washed off the surface of the soil.
Yeah.
People were picking gold. They ran to the site. The governor then, Matawale, had to send police to chase people away because within a short time, the whole place was already crowded.
As
and
expected.
people were picking gold. They don't need to dig. In some cases, you just dig less than a meter. You have it. If you are lucky, you don't even need to dig that far. That is how blessed Zamfara State is in terms of gold. And there's lithium as well. You go to some local governments in Zamfara, lithium, they have lithium in abundance. So we have to make money from the resources that it has. Was arrested mining Tatalite. Who gave you the permission to go to Taraba to mine Tatalite? He couldn't, he acted like he could not speak a word of English. So that is why we need to police those sites. But the problem also is, you see these states, Niger, Zamfara, even Kaduna, because of insecurity, it will take more than having these marshals to stop the activities of illegal miners, because some of those places where they are mining stuff, they are even no-go areas to even some of our security operatives.
This is the
so
time.
How do you then go there?
This is the time you expect state police to come into the picture.
State police, see, state police,
not just state police,
will help us solve problems. But let us not believe that it is the silver bullet that will defeat
that is very
insecurity in our
very
country.
true. Very
because
true.
the state police will never be better armed than
The federal
Nigerian
police.
army.
Okay, Nigerian army, yes.
I doubt, well, maybe they could be better armed than the police, because the police is actually states that are arming the police now. You know, I wonder how the police can function in Lagos if Lagos didn't have the security trust fund that ensures that they are provided with weapons, with the things that they need, including patrol boats and all that. So,
are these the marshals who are saying no?
I think I didn't see this event, but
This is Alake.
Well, that's Alake now. So they could well be the people that talking. I didn't see the story, but I have every reason to believe that these are the people he's talking about. I see his determination.
Yeah,
you understand?
I'm told they are the one.
Yes, okay. It shows he cannot be reviewing a parade, so they have to be his people. You know. So what we are saying is, look, we will need the armed forces with all the powers that they've got to help us in Niger State, for example, using Niger as an example, because I know that Niger is full of bandits. There are at least 8 local governments in Niger where bandits are very active. Rijau, Magama, all of those local governments, very active. Bandits are very active. So what do? We need much more. The minister has to be supported, because he needs more than these 2,200 to police our mining sites and ensure that those stealing from us are stopped in their tracks. And I'm saying those Chinese, for example, who are doing this to us, we've got to fish them out and bring them to justice. Who gave them the latitude to go to a place like Nasarawa, for example, and start mining with reckless abandon? Who gave them the latitude to go to Taraba and start mining just the way they like? And then, who has the power to mine gold in a state so rich in gold and lithium like Zamfara?
Sometimes you think we are becoming an unknowingly permissive society.
We allow a lot of things to happen that shouldn't.
Yeah.
Gold. In the global market, the price of gold is very stable, very consistent. It doesn't suffer the volatility
Of oil. Yeah.
I mean, South Africa, how do they make their money? Is it not gold and diamond? The same thing with Botswana. And these are countries, they are doing well. So we can make a lot more. We can make a lot more than we are making if we put structures in place and we stop those stealing from us from getting away with the crime. That is, in my view. So it's a laudable objective. I see his determination to put an end to the nonsense that have been going on for years.
Yeah.
There are certain steps being taken in this administration that you must commend. Because before now, nobody thought that, look, we could do this. But you see, those guys are well armed.
In that direction.
Yes, we just felt, let us just carry on. But we see some level of seriousness. And I believe that the more they challenge themselves, the more they come out with ideas that will help us get the best out of our country.
Gillian and Emeka, I dare think that if we start punishing bad behavior, we'll get somewhere.
No, this is more than bad behavior. This is outright criminality. Yes, and we just, it's not just about bad behavior. These people are stealing with impunity. And the problem, we should not allow certain things to fester because they take a life on their own, and become so difficult to dislodge.